things. So we have you do that, then add in the nutrition, add in the surging and stuff like that, and it's so much easier for you, and you heal faster, you respond better to it, and it's not so overwhelming. That's why I want to throw that in. So before, we need to understand that is the link. We got to make sure this is cleared, then add in the surging. That's huge. So I want to make sure I put that nervous system link in there, because you can't take health out of your nerves. It runs everything. So that is why clearing it, one of the many reasons you clear it, but it is for hormone balance. That's huge. So exercise examples of this, because I gave some. Does anybody have the sheet that I gave at the makeover? Good. No, actually, I'm good. But did everybody get that sheet at the makeover? Okay. That sheet is the example. I laid it out kind of how to do it. Just literally follow that sheet. Start off doing your shirt just like this. And on the sheet, it's going to lay it out. You have 3 exercises, and you do those for 20 seconds. So kind of to start it off. For example, I'm not quoting this word for word, but just this is what I like to mix it up. You can either do 2 things. You can either do the same exercise 9 times, basically, or you can do 9 different exercises. I like to mix it up because it gets boring to me after you do the same thing over and over and over again. So I say 9. People get confused here. Remember, one surge is doing 20 seconds on, 20 seconds of rest, 20 seconds on, 20 seconds rest, 20 seconds on, and then 2 minutes rest. So during that time, you did 3 20-second bursts of energy. That's a surge. So a surge is, say, I do running in place. Actually, great way to start your surging, believe it or not. Use all your muscles, use your whole body. And when I say running in place, I mean, I'm not just talking about just doing this. I'm talking about as fast as we can for 20 seconds. You will be gasping for air. You will be winded as soon as you get done. That's the point. You need to shock your body safely into responding physiologically with the hormones and burning fat. So you really go at it for 20 seconds, then you rest, get your breath back, just rest a little bit. Some people might need to rest a little longer, 20 seconds. That's cool. That's okay. That's your rest time. The more you do it, you don't have to rest as much. So as soon as you rest for 20 seconds, you can go back, do a hard, running in place as hard as you can for 20 seconds, then rest, then go right back into running as hard as you can for 20 seconds, and then rest 2 minutes. That's one surge. You do 2 more after that. It's a lot. So you can do running in place, and that's it. And matter of fact, if you want to start off, just start off doing that. You'd be blown away on how awesome you feel when you're done and how exhausted you are, because you have really, really, again, it's a different type of exercise, and it's actually the safest kind you can do. But on the chart, I gave 9 different things. So what's really cool is you don't need a gym. You can do this in your house. You can do this anywhere you want to do. In my house with Shannon and me, we have we have a set of dumbbells. We have an elliptical machine. So we have a few things. I have the pull-up bar and stuff like that. So I get everything, get everything set up the way I like it. So I can just go boom, 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 boom right away and get things done. I don't take breaks. I just go. I do about 5 in a row, and then I'm done. But I switch it up and do 5 different exercises. But I've searched for a while. So when you start off, do it just like we have it in the book, or how I gave you exercises to do. So you can do running in place for 20 seconds, then rest. Then you can do jumping jacks as hard as you can for 20 seconds, then rest. And then do push-ups as hard as you can for 20 seconds, and rest. If it's hard, never done a push-up, you can do, I call it, do the assisted push-up where your knees are on the ground, and do your push-ups. Start off that way. You will still burn it. Believe me, I know it. That could be a surge. And then, I'm sorry? You can do squats. Actually, I would recommend doing squats with no weight. So what you can do is the next year you could do squats as hard as you can, just boom, as hard as you can. You're really working this. Make sure you're in good posture, and then you do squats, then relax, and then you can take it to another level. You could do jump squats as high as you can for 20 seconds, as hard as you can. Believe me, you won't feel your legs when you're done. And then you rest for 20 seconds, and then you can do another one. You could twist around and then come back. You're using your whole core to twist in midair. Again, if there's things that limit you from doing that, that's okay, but there's a lot of things you can do. I'm getting winded doing it right now, but you see how it's very powerful stuff. So there's a lot of things that you can do. sit-ups, you can do squat thrusts. There's endless opportunities on what you can actually do. So that's the cool news. And again, do this for me. Go to YouTube, type in Maximize Living / surge exercises, surge examples, or surge training. They'll give you a lot of examples on how to do things. You'll see somebody doing it right, because we want to make sure when you're exercising, you're doing it properly. You're not doing it in bad posture. You're doing it properly. And then you can do that at the house. That's why it's so cool. You don't have to need any fancy equipment or not. One thing I do like that I do, but I use dumbbells. I don't do very heavy weight at all. Actually, you want to do very lightweight. That's very important, because you won't be able to finish the exercise if you do heavy weight. I take about 20 pounds each, 20-pound dumbbells, and then what I do is I used to just do this for 60 seconds, or as far as I could go, and then I would paint. But I take this, I'm in good posture, and then I go down, I go up with this, with the weights, like this. I'm going real fast, so just real fast as I can. And literally, you can't feel your arms when you're done, because I'd go as long as I could before I fatigue. But if you do that for 20 seconds, that's one I really like doing, because it's a whole body workout. You're burning and you are winded when you're done. Yeah, it's amazing how winded you are when you first start doing it. Don't get discouraged. It's okay. It gets easier. Your body gets used to it. Does that make sense? Which is why I like to change things up. That's why I like to do different exercises. And then if you do it the next day, switch the order you do it at, because your body, you don't want to get to a routine where your body knows what's happening. Change it up a little bit. But there's endless exercises to do. There's endless ones. And so that's going to be that's a good way. Is the sheet in the books another good example? It has different examples on what to do. I just personally love it, and it's amazing. Literally, you'll get to where for one day doing your surges, all of it, and your rest time, you're talking maybe for 3 minutes of really going at it, and rest time equals maybe 12 minutes a day. That's it. That's all you gotta do. And that's literally how little you have to. If you want to do more, you can. I always recommend doing a surge when you're done with your regular workout, because you won't be able to do anything after you do your surge training. But it's amazing what that does. And the other thing that I'm excited about, and I'm going to have Dr. Ashley actually hand these out to you guys. We'll come up here. We have been talking. This is my surprise. Dr. Ashley is so pumped. She's actually going to start. We're going to start actually having burst training classes at our office for you guys as patients. We're real excited about this. They're going to be 1 day a week. It's going to be Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. right before our shift starts. Absolutely. And it's not that early. And what's really great is you can do the surge, and then you can stay right after and get your adjustment for the day, and you're all good to go. So we're real excited to actually do this. Starting not this Saturday, but Saturday, November 20th. Just look at 7 a.m. What she's going to do now, she's going to actually go a little hard, but at the same time, don't be scared. She's going to show you how to do everything. She's going to walk you through what she's going to do for the day, because she'll change it up. What she's going to do the exercise for the day, and then you guys are all going to be doing that together. And this is going to also, the reason is we get a lot of questions on it. I want you to be doing it, and it's going to be so awesome to learn from Dr. Ashley exactly how to do surges. She's changed up, because what is so amazing is when you're doing that, it's going to be very easy for you to do it at your house, because now you know how to do it. You've done a surge, because it's always, there's a lot of questions until you actually do it right. As soon as you do it right, I'm telling you, you literally know how to do it. And so it's so much easier for you to do it at your house. There's always that question on, well, I don't know if I'm doing it right. I don't know if I'm doing this. Is this really how I do a surge? Get to the class, and again, listening to me on TV, get to the class. It starts November 20th at 7 a.m. Talk to the front desk about that. But I've been very, very blessed and excited to actually have Dr. Ashley in the office, and she's like, I want to do a surge training class. And I went, hey, that's great. Let's find a time we can do it. So, yeah, and what's really cool to surge training, you can actually, if you want to bring a neighbor of yours, somebody that you maybe work out with or that you're talking, bring them to surge training. This is just what we're trying to do in the office. It's kind of another step on us being a health center and showing you how to do things. And this, I'm just so excited that we're actually able to start it. So it's not this Saturday, next Saturday. come in your, just your exercise clothes, your tennis shoes, do the surge, and then rest for just a little bit, get some water, and then hop on in and get your adjustment for that morning. So I'm just excited that we're able to do that. So that was my big excitement. That was my big news when it comes to doing that. So that is coming up. Do not hesitate and miss it. And it's easy. It is not hard. She's going to actually show you how to do everything in slow-mo, and then we'll be doing the surges. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be in tip-top shape. I want you there. Get that knowledge on how to do it. So I'm just thrilled. It's awesome. So well, I'm not going to video you. I am not videoing. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. We might do something with Dr. Ashley though, just videoing her, showing you how to do it. But we're not going to video. I promise we won't do that. Secondly, because I want to spend about 10 or 15 minutes here on questions from our makeover, because I know you have questions. I want to spend something, because some of the questions, how's it coming? I guess number one, how's it coming on getting all, the grocery list, starting the 2-week advance plan? How's that coming? What are we having troubles with finding where to get the things? No trouble at all finding the groceries?
I haven't looked a whole lot yet. My husband's still reading the book.
Okay.
Take
it from him.
I got to get the book
and
back.
go, look, I got to find out what to get to started, because that's my biggest thing. I also want to do this to make sure that we are following through with it. It's great that we do the makeovers. I love doing them, and I urge you, keep going to makeovers. Don't just stop and say I know everything, because guys, you don't. No offense. It's just I don't either. That's why I always learn every time I do them. I add different things to everything, the slides I talk about. But keep going, because for some people it just takes 3 or 4 times to hear before you finally do it, and that's just the way it is with some people, and I get it. That's why I keep doing it, and I just want to make sure that we are all starting it. It doesn't have to be doing it perfect. Nobody's going to be perfect, but let's get started on some things and start changing the way we are right now, because we want to improve just a % a day. Let's improve the next, by our next makeover, you're going to be already, 40-50% improved on what you're doing right now, and that's the exciting part. So if there's questions, anything is holding you back, please ask me. I want to do everything I can to make sure that we get you through that little hurdle, or maybe a question that you've been having. So, yes.
I do have a question. My husband works 7P to 7A. And one of the things he's always said is, when do I eat, because of his schedule, because he will not eat at work, and then he'll come home and eat something and go to bed when he should be sleeping. And it's just kind of crazy, and he just always says...
You work 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or 7 p.m. to 7...
7P to 7A.
Okay. Ooh, that's a hard shift.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing that?
5 years.
Okay.
But before that, he was working 11 to 7.
Okay, so he's always worked a night. Okay.
The last 15.
Does he do, because he's a nurse, right? Does he do 4 days on, 3 days off?
No, just 3 each week. Usually
3
it's
on,
Monday,
4 off.
Tuesday, Wednesday.
Okay.